This is Learning Live, where we're learning new ideas, new tools, and new technologies live. No experts, no scripts, no safety net. Just real curiosity, real mistakes, real learning. Together, we'll explore AI from zero to understanding. The experiment begins now. Welcome back to Learning Live. This show is about learning new topics, ideas, and AI in real time. We're going to ask some questions. We're going to explore. We'll make mistakes. We're going to improve every episode, I hope. You're learning with us, and you're not watching experts. And we're going to see where it goes from there. And today in the studio, I'm joined by my friend Jeff. Jeff is learning AI alongside me. Jeff's a beginner in AI, and we're going to be exploring what's possible. So, Jeff, welcome to Learning Live.
Well, thanks for having me. And hey, this is great. This is something new, something different. It's a little outside of my lane, but I'm willing to check it out.
So you're a real beginner in AI.
Absolutely. I've never been there. Never done it.
Never been there. Now, we were talking just before we started that your wife was using AI this morning.
Absolutely.
And can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, she's used it a few times to check out some information about medications and stuff for the garden and that. So it's really helped her. It's been very helpful. And,
okay. And you said that you loaded ChatGPT on your phone this morning.
I did for the first time.
But you haven't used it yet?
Not yet.
All righty. Well, that's good. So Jeff is a very mechanical guy, though, right?
Well, I have been.
You have been
Yep.
in your previous life?
In my previous life.
What was your previous life?
I was an elevator technician, and so did all kinds of troubleshooting, repairs, installs, and a lot of work on elevators. And
Computers involved?
Yep. There was early on, not so much, but in the later part of my career, absolutely. All the new stuff is all processor run. So
Processor, I guess a lot of logic.
Yep.
So I guess you understand logic gates and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay, but you haven't really done much with the AI stuff,
Nope.
So that's good. So you're curious to learn about AI?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. So I want to just go back, and I'm going to talk about, I recorded an intro episode the other day, and I recorded a special episode yesterday, and we learned a lot from that. So we've made some changes. The first changes I realized is what we needed to put these little pop filters on the microphone to stop the little, I guess it's the air blast or something. You're a music guy, so you know a little bit about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So and that's actually kind of how we met, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And then yesterday we recorded a special episode just from a person who was kind of scared of AI, and so we did that. We're going to do a little bit of the same stuff today, but we had all kinds of issues with the microphones.
Oh.
So it sounds like we got that fixed. So because I can hear you pretty good today, and you can hear me.
Yep.
So that's good. So we've made some improvements already. So that's good. So that's what this is all about, because I recorded that first episode in one take, didn't get rid of any of the mistakes, did no editing whatsoever, just put it up live, and we did the same thing yesterday with all the mistakes. So, okay, so you don't have much experience with AI. You've used computers, though.
Yep.
Okay. So Jeff has a laptop in front of him, and I think it's open to Google, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So you've used Google before.
I have.
So did you know that Google was now an AI responsive?
Yeah, I assumed as much. I didn't. I mean, I didn't really know that, but
Okay.
I assume so.
Okay, because if you look on the Google search bar, you'll see that there's a little button that says AI mode.
Yep.
And I believe if you hit that, it kind of goes into a chat bot.
Okay.
So you can use it just like ChatGPT, I believe. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's for. But if you've used Google lately, you'll notice that a lot of times you'll get a little bit of a information box that pops up and tells you what it's all about.
Yep.
So it's good. So I'm going to ask you. We're going to get into this. We did the same thing yesterday, but I'm going to ask you to type into Google ChatGPT free and see. Hopefully, you'll come up with the ChatGPT ad or app, not ad. We don't want any ads. Ad free. See if you can find that, and then it should pop up as just in a box right away.
Yep. ChatGPT app free.
Okay, and so if you hit that,
Got it.
and then you should come up with the ChatGPT. It's the app or the what we're going to use. Does you get a box?
ChatGPT join now.
Join now. Hit that. Let's see what. I'm hoping it's not going to ask for your email address and everything.
Yeah. Welcome to Ask GPT.
It should come up to a screen that says it's got like a Google box that says ask anything. I don't know if that's up there yet.
We haven't got that yet.
Haven't got that
We'll
yet?
just continue here. There's a continue button. Let's try that.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
So that's what this is all about, learning live, getting there.
Now we got to do email and everything here to
Okay,
join.
so that's not where we want to go.
Okay.
Okay, I think that we've got that. You're going to have to click onto the thing that says the official ChatGPT site. So you're going to do that?
Yep.
Okay. Now do you have the ChatGPT?
I've got it up here, and I've got it where they can, ask anything.
Okay. So in the Ask Anything box, I want you to type the words, what is AI? Alrighty. So while Jeff's doing that, I'm going to also ask him while he's typing just to kind of figure out in his head what he's kind of expecting for that to happen. And let's see if it's kind of close. So as you type it in and you hit, there's a little black arrow or a big black arrow, I think.
Yep.
Okay. That's how you hit enter.
Alrighty. Let's see what happens here.
And then it should just think for a second, and then it'll spit out a whole list of stuff.
It has.
Alrighty. So I'm going to ask you to read what it tells you AI is.
Okay. So it comes up, artificial intelligence, AI, is a field of computer science that focuses on building machines and software that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. In simple terms, AI enables computers to learn, reason, understand, and make decisions. And then it's got a list here of some things that AI can do.
Things that AI can do. So is that kind of what you kind of expected it to say?
Yeah, I mean, that was some fancy stuff there, but yeah, absolutely. I think that's kind of what I was expecting, that it was computers that were going to start to think and reason and stuff like that.
Okay, so that's a reasonable answer. So I like it. Now, because we're using ChatGPT, that's kind of I'm going to say what most people will do as an entry into AI. So I'm going to ask you to type into that, what is ChatGPT?
Okay.
And then you can do that. And as you're doing that, again, think about what you think ChatGPT is, because I know that Jody has used it.
Yep.
All right. So it should hopefully it might help you out in what we're going to do.
There we go. Send that question off.
And it's probably thinking.
It is, and it's spitting out answers here.
All right.
Okay, so what it says is ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that can understand and generate human-like text. It's created by OpenAI and is designed to have conversations, answer questions, explain concepts, write content, help with coding, and much more.
And much more. Anything of that you need any explanation on, or anything you don't understand?
Uh, Not really. I mean, coding is computer language for programs, isn't it?
Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
yeah. But that's a good point, because yesterday's podcast, that's exactly what the guest said yesterday.
Okay.
And I was struggling to figure out how to say it, and she actually said computer language, and I went, "That's it. It's awesome." So that's good. So we're on the same page.
Sure.
Now, one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people compare ChatGPT to Google
Okay.
and use it in the one or the other, and I don't. I'm not sure if that's something that you might consider now that you've actually.
Well, yeah, to me, like before, anyways, Google was just to find things that are on the web. I can find things,
Okay.
where this seems a little more involved to me.
Okay.
AI. You're actually asking questions about things, and
Yeah.
it's a little different to me.
Okay. So, and one of the things that they say about AI is questions are very important, and the better your question is, the better your response is going to be. So, which is pretty good. So, um, pretty much the two answers that you gave are kind of what you expected.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. So, we're going to kind of switch gears now, and we're going to head into our little experiment.
Okay.
And the experiment I set up for you and I is, and again, I'm going to say that I set the bar high.
Yep.
We're going to ask AI to help us start a business,
Okay.
and it's going to be completely done with AI. You have no idea what business we're going to start?
Nope.
Because we've never talked about this
Nope.
before. Nope. You have no idea where we're going to go, how it's going to be, what it's going to look like.
Nope. Not at
All
all.
righty. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. What are some of your interests outside of the workplace? Now, well, you're retired now, so what do you do now that you're retired?
Besides cut the lawn and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Not that kind of stuff, the fun stuff.
Oh, the fun stuff. Well, I've enjoyed motorcycles, riding motorcycles. That's something that I've done for a number of years.
Okay.
Any car related stuff, hot rods or racing cars and stuff like that. I enjoy that a lot.
Okay.
Um, Boy, I don't know. Just things like that is probably where my fun thinking goes.
Yeah, you don't. I'm gonna obviously. You're not a computer nerd or a.
I know. I mean, I use them at work. We used to use them for troubleshooting and stuff like that at work and that, but programming the computers, the elevators themselves. But yeah, not. I wouldn't say I'm a computer geek at all. No.
Okay. Back in your working days, were there any times when you thought, "Man, I need to do something else, or I want to start my own gig, or do something, do something for myself, start my own business"?
Yeah, there were times when that happened, and that happened with a couple of my coworkers. We talked at times about starting our own business in elevator maintenance and stuff like that. It was just kind of talking about it. Nothing really deadly serious, but it's an interest. We did bounce it around, some ideas and thoughts and stuff like that at the time.
So it would have been an elevator service business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Installations.
Yeah, probably we wouldn't be doing we wouldn't have started with that. Probably just taking on elevator maintenance contracts and stuff.
Okay. But nothing ever came of that.
No.
It was just talking.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything that you would not want to do?
Wow, that's a good one. Uh,
Like I like service, but would you not want to be involved in administration, sales, things like that?
yeah, I would say that's not been my strong point. My strong point was more dealing with the equipment itself and stuff like that, rather than the interaction with people and stuff like that when I was working. So yeah, probably I would not prefer those kinds of roles.
Okay. So I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say if you were to start an elevator service business, um, what you would want AI to do would basically be the front office,
Absolutely.
and maybe some of the sales.
Yep. That would
Uh,
be awesome.
that would be awesome. Okay. So we're going to kind of look at that aspect of the whole thing. Um, is there any problems in your life that you need solved? It's a kind of a general question, but anything. I'm not talking like psychological or anything like that. 'Cause
Oh,
we
okay.
we all need that. But anything that if you could fix an issue that drives you crazy, that you could maybe do.
Mm, boy.
And it doesn't have to be anything rip roaring. You could be like, yeah, I wish my mailbox was closer. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anything that drives you crazy.
Oh man.
Uh, fi- f- Pencils need to. My pencil sharpener needs to not break the tip off my pencil.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, well, I'm just thinking I've got a washing machine that's falling apart. It needs to be fixed. But as far as driving me crazy, uh,
Nothing out of the ordinary then.
yeah,
That's all right if you don't have anything like.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm too easygoing in this world or something. But
Okay, well, I know that when they say when you want to start a business, you have to find a niche, and that niche should be something that solves a simple problem that many people have, and they
ah,
want it and they want to get. So I was just seeing if there's something that maybe we could, when we get to that point, we could figure it out. So that would be kind of the idea. Um, what sounds exciting to you?
boy. Hmm.
And you can even like using AI,
Yep.
exciting, but
Oh, boy. Let me think here. Well, I mean, probably anything to do with kind of like what I said. For me, exciting for me would be something with probably with bikes or cars. But uh, hmm,
because yeah, that's a huge
yeah,
market and a huge topic that we could go on.
but
So
probably like I'm wondering if most things have been done in that field. You know what I mean already?
well, I know I'm going back to something that I heard, I don't know, 20 years ago. Somebody said that, and I don't know who it was. I'm just going by the quote that everything that had been written or is going to be written has already been written. So, and I know that there's new songs, there's new books, there's
That's
new
right.
movies. So I'm I'm always thinking, okay, there's got to be something that somebody hasn't done,
Yeah.
or something in that industry that needs to be fixed. And the automotive industry, and that's the industry I was in for a very long time.
Yep.
I was a mechanic by trade, and I worked for Toyota Canada, and there are issues in that industry. One of the big issues that was to me is going into a dealership and having to haggle about prices
Oh yeah.
and going on. And then so I'll give you a story that a couple of years ago, or 5 years ago, I went into a Dodge dealer to buy a truck, and I wanted that truck, and we came to a price, and I agreed to the price, and I was to pick up the truck 3 weeks, and I came back to pick up the truck, and they had added mud guards and floor mats, like the big fancy ones and all
Yep.
that. And I said, I don't want that stuff. And I didn't really want the mud guards because I think they're ugly.
Yep.
They probably do a good thing, but I didn't want them. And they said, oh, we do that to all our vehicles after we sell them. And I going, well, if and it was an extra $1,000.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I went, well, I don't want them and I don't need them. He said, well, we do them to all because of where we are. And this was way up north. And I said, well, if you told me that before I bought it, I might have done it. But now you're asking me to reach into my pocket and get another $1,000. So I said, no, I don't want it. I don't want the truck. So I bought my truck here locally in Ontario. This was out in Alberta.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little issues that you can get fixed. So.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. So we've had a little chat about that.